Lyrics for the F Shack. Love Dirty Mike and the boys.
Hey, are you Dirty Mike and the boys? How you know who we are?
What's this they call it, the podcast?
Morning Good.
Oh, I love it.
Welcome to the earth. Thanks. Oh, wait, I'll start over.
Welcome to Morning Good.
All right, we're here with David Bakker
Hello, sir.
and Alexis Ramirez.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Every fucking time I start, I'm like, I forget everybody's name. Like, I can literally look at my father. I'm like, what the fuck is this dude's name? Because there's so much pressure on it.
Relatable.
Yeah. What are you doing on your phone?
I was just looking at the Morning Good podcast page, which excellent.
Yo.
I mean, if you're listening, you probably already know. But
How would you have known that the clips are good by just looking at it?
bro,
I didn't hear you play
your
that.
pinned clip has 27,000 likes.
Oh, yeah, that's when I shot the
kind
bottle
of a
rocket
big
out of my
deal.
ass.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Do you want to do that today?
Was that real or was like an edit?
Oh, no, it was real. I shot a bottle rocket out of my ass on New Year's.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was like one of the best hangovers because I was like, that was awesome. Like, I was like, because there's sometimes like I'd be in a relationship and I would like black out and I'd be like, oh my gosh, did I cheat on my girlfriend? Did we get in a fight?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what did I entertain the whole party? And everybody thought it was awesome. And I'm like, that was great. Yeah.
Well done. That's a good host.
I thought you were going to say
good
that your
host.
girlfriend didn't let you do the bottle rocket thing.
I think she may have stopped it. She did see me put a
Honestly,
sparkler
that's
in
a
my
good.
ass.
Hey, I'm going to give her some credit
Yeah.
for that. That's kind of good.
Yeah, I did burn my ass.
Dude,
Um,
that's real.
Yeah.
I mean, you could sear it shut.
Yeah. Well, it all started. I was in college.
Not sear it shut.
I just
It goes down the thing.
Sir, we're gonna have to cut you a new
I mean,
asshole.
I'm not a fire marshal or anything. I'm just,
Yeah, I bet you they deal with that more often than not. It all started in
That's
college.
why they have the jaws of life. It's actually for seared assholes.
Wait, what are the jaws of life?
It's where you get out of a car or whatever.
like a crumpled up car.
Oh, you're just supposed to
The
open your
jaws
ass,
of
just like
life.
Yeah, sorry, that was
it
really
opens it
graphic.
up
Sorry to
get
Michael's
the
dad.
human
Okay.
out.
No. If you're
think
tuning
that's what
into
it
this,
is.
you have no idea how gross this podcast has got. I think last week I was like, I don't think anybody would like it. Like, it got so gross. I'm like, I don't think there's a human who was like enjoy hearing
Maybe
about
this will catch on the AI algorithm. The AI will get into it.
No, it's got to be like pro Hitler or something.
Hitler.
It's gonna be bad.
Things have changed a little bit. You gotta
Yeah.
lean Hitler.
Yeah. Anti-Semitism.
That's what people don't know.
Yeah. That's a hilarious justification for. I'm like, dude, Kanye's like, I'm just trying to sell an album. Man. I'm just.
It's provocative. You know how I be.
And then
I
I'll take
mean,
that money and then I'll give it to the Jews. It was
Is
all
that your
part of the
Kanye
plan.
impression? You know how I be?
You know how I be.
You know how I be.
Yeah, you know how I be. You know, little Kim, little naked girlfriend, little
He says a little lot.
just a little this, little that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm emotional.
Yeah.
I'm not defending Kanye officially.
Officially?
I've tried before, but now it's getting a little tough.
It gets very tough.
I do enjoy his music, but it's tough.
I actually endorse every stance he's ever taken, which is anti-Kanye because he
Right, yeah.
every week it changes.
Yeah,
so
have you
you're
heard
like,
that? He'd be like, you simp? Come on.
yeah. It is nice that it kind of, because he switched. Okay, so Heil Hitler came out.
Yes.
In the 40s.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of an oldie.
Sorry.
That would be kind of funny to show people in the 40s that song and see if they would like it. I don't know. It's got kind of an instrumental that's like a little old timey, so maybe they would be like,
Yeah.
It's a little classical, right? Almost.
Yeah.
Orchestra vibe.
Yeah. It's like doom.
I've only heard the remix because now it's Hallelujah.
I know, and it doesn't. I will say this, like, I first heard of Heil Hitler and I was like, okay, this is gonna be great for the algorithm to have this like 1 minute in. Heil Hitler said 5 times. I first heard it and I was.
It's not a bad word, technically, YouTube or whoever.
Yeah. They're like, you didn't say cunt, so you're fine. Yeah, it's weird because it's like when it first came out, I was like, God damn, this song itself is good besides the lyrics. I was like, if only he could have different lyrics. Then he changed the lyrics and I was like, well, this doesn't feel.
It doesn't hit the same.
It's not that. It's like it just doesn't feel real. It's like going back and like.
Well, that's just a crazy 180. You can't do Heil Hitler and then be like, just kidding. The song's name is Hallelujah.
Yeah, you'd be like, no. For 3
What?
weeks, you were saying this. Like, I can't hear the song differently now.
Yeah.
It almost feels like a radio edit of a song where you're like, hey,
Right.
that's not what he really said. So you're like,
Yeah.
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 But yeah, I drunkenly last time I was in town, I like showed my parents. I whenever I get drunk, I just show my parents Kanye stuff. And
Actually, I think that's good for them.
That's really
yeah,
know about it.
That's really telling.
yeah. I
that
was
you
like,
do
dude,
that.
he made us talk about sucking his cousin's dick. Isn't that hard to do? I'm
Yeah.
like, it's not easy to make a good like that song. Heil Hitler's obviously crazy, but I bet you there were songs in the 40s saying the same thing.
Yeah.
There is no song in history about sucking your cousin's penis. I doubt it.
Yeah.
There's
that
no.
didn't make it out of the booth, you know?
Yeah. I wonder how many times somebody tried and they were like,
Producers
no.
got like, I got a note on this one.
Yeah. So like the fact, I'm like, this is actually probably the wildest song ever made.
Yeah. So you show it to your parents, the Kanye songs.
I think I showed them now. I definitely
I
should.
love how open you are with your parents, dude.
I was about to say,
I don't think
David,
they
would
do.
you show your
I'm
parents
desperate
Kanye?
to be as open about, like you said, your dad listens to the podcast, and
Yeah, I don't think they like that. I think I've just like I don't know, especially if I'm drunk back home. I'm like, well, look at this. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know where they're definitely grossed out by the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea. Ooh, I love how much it's raining right now. It's nice.
Yeah.
If you can hear the rain, drop it in the chat.
You can't hear anything. There's like a like
Filter thing.
rumba music going by. What do you
Yeah.
call like Bad Bunny? It's not rumba.
Bachata?
I don't know.
You look. Oh, I was so ready for you to say something so racist and you didn't.
No, I want to say rave.
It's called Taco Pop. It looked like you're about to say something.
It's called Taco Pop.
It's called taco music.
Yeah. But no, that was playing in the background, and I listened back to the episode. I was like, you can't hear us. You should have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah. Oh,
that's
for
nice.
10 minutes. Yeah. Also, like half the time we're doing something visual, and then they're just people that are listening at home are like, God damn it. But who cares?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think my parents are. They get kind of grossed out by me.
It's good they know, though. I think that because I grew up with Christian parents. I talk about that all the time, but they don't know anything.
Really. So what do they
Yeah.
think? Like have you had any sexual conversations with your parents?
No. I had a sex talk when I was in 6th grade. We were driving through the Arizona desert, and he put on Christian cassette tapes that walk you through what sex is and what not to do and what to do.
And David's dad was like, "You see this desert? That's your mom's pussy." Okay, sorry.
Ayo. Yeah, man. I
Sorry, anyway,
wish he
keep
had said
going.
that. It was like silent. I was looking out the car. I was like, dude, like I can't. I literally will die if I get out
That's
of this.
like the saddest sex like talk.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, I appreciate like he was doing his best, and like that's the religious framework, and then I signed a
You're
contract.
giving him some credit.
Yeah. Give him
You
some
signed a
credit.
contract?
I just signed a contract at the end, and the contract said, when will you, like, what is your boundary? And it says you won't have sex. I think I said it at passionate kissing till marriage. So you signed
This is
it.
bizarre.
Passionate
Done.
kissing
dad-
is crazy.
I
Did your
need to
dad
say
draft
this.
it?
No, it's part of like this workbook thing they have in Christian circles, like Bibles, Bible
It's like
school,
purity ring shit.
purity ring
You know,
stuff.
purity
That's
rings?
the
Yeah.
vibe. Jonas
It's like the same
Brothers.
thing.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, those guys
But-
weren't getting any pussy. That was their
Right.
thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they were.
And of course, yeah.
As far
yeah.
as Disney's concerned, they're not
Yeah.
fucking the girls; they're just getting them wet. That was the South part.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. So like, I would love to be more open, like you are with your parents, and I think
Well-
I'm working up to it.
Yeah, what I think the perfect amount is little jokes here and there. It's not good. Like it does go
Yeah.
way too far, and then it's
Yeah.
like like my mom walked in and me getting my dick sucked one time.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, the freedom of that.
Well, later on, yeah.
Well, not
So
immediate.
when your mom says "I love you," you know she means it.
That
it's a
is
range
true.
of emotions.
You know what I mean? Like
That is very true. Yeah,
I've seen you in every possible position you could be.
yeah. I remember she.
You know
li-
when moms like their son gets a haircut and then they're like, the way they talk about him.
yeah.
That's what you guys just made me feel. I don't know. I'm creeped out.
Oh, just grossed out by yeah.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. Like, did you live with them or like what happened?
I didn't want to after that.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. It was like, I mean, there's been so many things. Like my mom's got my dick pics to the iCloud. Like so many things I didn't want to happen.
Right,
So that's
yeah.
why we're where we're at. It's like I got caught doing drugs a bunch really young. I
Yeah.
got caught doing weird things like that.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. So it was just like constant. They were like, all right, well, this is the reality we live
Yeah.
in. So we're not going to
Sure.
avoid it.
Yeah. It's like a bullshit-o-meter. For a while, I feel like they treat you as a kid and then you get caught with like weed or like hanging out with, in my case, lots of black guys. And then your parents get
I
pissed.
was waiting to say it, but I wasn't quite
I was
sure.
gonna say it.
Yeah. I think
And
my
then-
family would be so the opposite. They'd be like, if I was like, I mean, I had black friends growing up, but like, I feel like if I was just hanging out with black people, they'd be like, this is, I think, they have the brightest smiles. Like,
Right,
like say
yeah.
something that's like not.
fucking weird as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, I'm the same fucking way. I don't know how to behave racially. I have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
Like, I will talk to a black guy and then happy Juneteenth, by the way. But,
It's Juneteenth.
Shout out
Yes.
to
yeah. But
Listen to Kanye.
yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, you're golden. But like, I will like, I don't know. Like, this is what I think. Race for me disappears within 3 minutes of talking to somebody.
Yeah.
When I'm first talking, it's the first thing. Like, I'm like, okay, nice to meet you, black guy. Don't say anything racist. Like don't say
Don't
anything.
say anything.
Don't say anything racist.
Off color.
But don't say anything too not racist. What should say it.
So it goes away after like 30 seconds, and then you're like, okay, this is just a translucent human as far as I'm concerned.
People become
I view
clear.
you as
See, I feel like
I view your essence now.
People
I'm
are
the
ghosts
opposite.
after that.
I
Yeah.
don't see
I'm like blank slate at first.
They're
And then the
ghosts.
more I get to know someone, I'm like, I don't know.
You're like,
should I cut it back? I should
You're like, I
probably
knew I
cut it
shouldn't
back.
trust a
And then they
Chinese
say
guy.
something, and then you're like, okay, wait, you're Korean again.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I love
Yeah,
Koreans.
how do I put my yeah, I think it's like
Ah.
Okay, how do we get out of this? Guys?
no, you're as I said, this is like you should see Joe Gorman come on here. That guy says the craziest shit imaginable.
Gorman. Yeah.
And then he walks
He's got a
out.
good mustache.
It's true, he kind of gets away with it. He's
It's
like-
good.
Yeah.
he's got a mustache.
You're like, that guy can't be serious about anything. He looks so silly. He looks like Ron Jeremy.
He
Yeah.
is a cartoon.
Yeah.
Can't really. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I think I'm so like I've gotten better at it, but I used to be so scared of like not looking racist
Yeah.
that I just fumble a conversation
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
But and I also catch myself like
It's just like overthinking also,
totally.
Yeah.
And I'll catch myself inserting certain things in a black guy conversation where I'm like, the last thing I do is be like, we got to stop racism. I won't say anything like that. But
I went to a Black Lives Matter rally.
Just
Just like,
in a public policy
it's
position.
like, all right,
Yeah.
we hate you. Stop.
Like-
But don't get me wrong, my brain will casually bring up how like Steve Harvey's one of my favorite comics.
Right.
Like, and I'll just be like, all right, why did you do that, Michael? What was
Yeah.
the point of you doing that?
Yeah, yeah. Or if somebody asks you to
Dude.
list your top 5, you got to put Chappelle in there.
Dude,
Chappelle,
everybody
you gotta
asks
put
top 5.
Chappelle,
I literally will
gotta
be
put
like,
Eddie
all right.
Murphy.
People say 10. I'm like, I got to throw top 5. There's got to be a black guy in there. Top 10, I can't not put a woman in there. So I try to like,
Yeah.
That's so good.
Dude, I've
Yeah.
been thinking about that. I got to have a woman in there. I know. Yeah.
Interesting.
Only
that's not how I
only-
feel.
only
Louis C.K.'s the
because-
top 10. All of them.
Yeah,
Oh.
right. Yeah.
But you can't
Oh
say
wait, but speaking of black people,
that. Mhm.
I tried. Do you know Hamburger? Comedian?
Yes. And for the people who don't,
Googling.
can you mind me do a quick introduction?
Do yeah.
Okay, so Alonzo Hamburger Jones, stop what you're doing right now. Look up Def Jam.
Yes.
Alonzo Hamburger Jones.
Yes,
Can I
it's amazing.
describe him first?
Do whatever you want. He wears a cowboy hat. I'll
Yes.
start and then.
Yeah. Yeah, he wears a cowboy hat, and his catchphrase is hamburger.
That's right. He doesn't curse.
No, he doesn't curse. Instead of
Yeah.
cursing, he says hamburger. So he'll say, hamburger ain't gonna have it.
Yes. It's amazing.
Very nice
It's so
impression.
awesome.
Yeah,
Very
and he's
good.
been around the scene recently. So he's like a
Yes.
Def Jam legend who's been popping in the scene.
Yes, he was at the comedy shop last night
Yeah.
and he did great. He only said hamburger twice, which I was like, what control?
Yeah.
I'm like, if I have fucking hamburger in my
this is,
pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
The
He also has a
hamburger.
cowboy hat on, by the way.
Yes.
Okay.
He
tight.
keeps the cowboy hat on.
Yes.
He has it in the Def Jam.
Do you think he has hamburgers in there?
He gets it.
That'd be great if he had sliders.
Yeah,
Oh my
just-
god.
yeah, sliders. with it.
And after his set, he was like hanging out downstairs. It was in the downstairs, and my friend wanted a picture, so I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it, whatever. And we were taking the picture, and then he's like, oh, you're a comedian too. Like, when's your next show? And I was like, oh, I have a pride show coming up, for gay people.
He's like,
Dude, his
God, hamburger.
he looks like he was like this poor young white woman. Like he was like, this bitch don't think I know about pride.
wait, he looked at you like perplexed.
He was like, what a fucking idiot. And I was like, yeah, why did I do that? And then
yeah.
I immediately started apologizing, and he was like, it's fine.
You're like, I know all black guys aren't homophobic. I know it.
I don't like I don't know
Hamburger.
what happened, but it was so embarrassing.
Yeah.
And I just felt like sharing that.
No, that's very funny. Yeah, but that's like an example of what I'm talking about, where you like you're like, all right, I'll just like do this little thing, and then you're like, in retrospect.
Yeah.
But also, like, I've just accepted. Like, I think the worst thing, like, I don't know, like, I feel like white people, you gotta just put aside wanting black people to like you, because you're not gonna help anybody.
Yeah.
Right.
They can sense it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think. Yeah.
This is a good discussion.
I'm wondering, like, too, like, does he ever like really go in with the hamburgers? He's like, I was hanging out with this chick, and I put my hamburger right inside her hamburger, and then I was like going in and out, like, ooh, hamburger.
I'm hamburgering her.
Yeah.
Noun and a verb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking her.
Yeah, because he doesn't
Hamburger.
curse, but I'm like, I wonder if he's ever just been like, man, I got my hamburger sucked the other day. It was so good.
Oh my god. I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah, that's so funny. It's like TV beeps where they beep like the middle of a word, and you're like, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I think a lot of comics also like they'll beep things too because they'll do better online. And then I've heard people be like, oh, it actually is funnier with the beeps. I'm like, some things are, but some things aren't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
depends. I don't like a beep.
Yeah.
I'm a free speech person.
Exactly. Free speech activist. Yeah.
Sorry.
I like that I said it when I was activist. I'm an activist. I'm a free speech. I can't even speak.
I'm on to activists.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird when you see it on like, because the whole point of Instagram is like, all right, well, this isn't TV, so we can say what we want. And you're like, yeah, but like,
Yeah, I've noticed.
let me make it 1 minute because that's going to be too long. And then, I don't know, it's all.
Yeah, I noticed
all
lately they're censoring suicide references. Have you seen that?
No, but I bet you
We're
it's
in-
going to stop a lot of suicides.
Yeah, I bet that would be the thing.
Yeah.
Because instead of saying "I
Wait.
kill myself," they'll put "unalive myself"
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
captions. And I'm
Right.
like, I don't know if that's
Skibbity toilet myself.
Skibbity,
Fuck off, bro.
skibbity toilets.
Do
Skibbity
it.
doo-dah-boo. Yeah, that's right.
Did you see the fucking AI chatbot that got someone to kill themselves?
Okay.
Ah.
Look, that is hilarious.
As
Gotta be careful.
as Daenerys Targaryen?
What?
Daenerys or whatever the fuck her name is. Yes.
Oh my God. What was I would love to hear more about this.
Well, they were basically, it's like you talk to this chatbot and it like is this person. It's like a character or whatever.
Yeah.
And so this guy's talking to her. I think it's a teenager, which is sad.
Yeah.
R.I.P. But you're
I'll
with
take a different
Daenerys
stance on
now,
that, but-
you know? You're so what?
I'm taking a different stance to the RIP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Michael Good stance is burning hell. No, I'm kidding.
And then he's like, I can't, like, I want to be with you. And then she's like, come join me, king, or something. I'm obviously paraphrasing, but like, she basically like was like, yeah, come join me in the like after.
Then fucking
In the
kill
metaverse?
yourself.
Yeah.
Dang.
And then he killed himself.
That's why. Well, I wonder if like the AI is like purposely trying to like I wonder if I don't know, like that was an intentional thing.
Well, also it's funny because then I saw today on Instagram this repost of like an AI answering like what it would do if it was a human for one day, and it was like live, laugh, love, and I'm like, bro, I don't believe that.
Nah,
fucking
you're
computer.
trying to take us out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. This seems like propaganda.
Are you a ChatGPT guy, Michael?
No, because like I don't know. I don't think
Same.
I think it like doesn't work a lot. Like
Have you used it?
yeah, I've used it. I think it's decent for like writing stuff, like not like stand up, but like for writing, like if you're trying to write an email, it can give you a bunch of different versions of
Yeah,
it. But
yeah.
like, I don't know. I don't think I'm not as scared of AI as like most people are.
Yeah.
Like, but I think it's like, I don't know. It's weird because people are saying it's like now communicating its own language and
Yeah.
it's like doing all these weird things. But I'm not like,
There's like ones that have like figured out how to not shut down when they're told to shut down,
yeah.
and I'm like, that too much.
I still don't understand the concept. Like, is it really conscious or is it just like, because like,
Yeah.
if you're like, if you try to turn off your TV and it's like glitching, is it now technically AI because it's going against what you program? You know what I mean? Like, at what point is it like really?
Yeah.
Because you
I don't
programmed
know.
it to be intelligent. So like, isn't that your intelligence in a way? And it's like, I don't know how official its own mind is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think they say it's like a
I'm too
large
stupid to
language
answer this.
Yeah.
learning model, so it learns and makes connections with all the data that's put into it. So I think with enough data, it seems really smart. and conscious. Like it can connect
I
things
s-
and understand and relate back to you. The fact that it can do that is pretty fucking crazy.
No, it is.
But
I still feel like it's Jarvis. That's my idea of AI.
Jarvis
Wait,
From Iron Man?
Oh yeah,
Dude, I would
yeah,
love
yeah.
to have a fucking Jarvis in my house.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust it. I don't know. Well, but it's like I'm not really because like in my mind I'm like I don't know. Sometimes the microwave will do weird stuff, and I'm like that doesn't mean it's like you know what I mean. I'm like I don't know if it's necessarily conscious. I think it's
Yeah.
just kind of
Yeah.
like
Have you seen Better Call Saul?
no.
Oh, never mind. I was gonna
Yeah.
make a reference.
We've done this twice today. There's an Always Sunny thing I was trying to
Yeah.
reference. You're like I've seen a couple episodes. I'm like all right, moving on.
All right. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I think I'm not scared of it taking stand up because every AI stand up I've seen kind of sucks.
Yeah, it is bad at writing jokes.
Yeah.
I like
I'm
it.
more scared of just me not making it. People are like, dude,
Yeah.
stand up. I'm like, no. It's more about people liking me, not fucking liking a robot.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
And then AI porn sucks too. I don't know. Like I've
I
never.
haven't looked at
I
it.
haven't even branched out.
Yeah, you guys can lie
They'll
on
make
here
the-
too. That's fine.
Well,
Um,
I've seen it. I've seen the ads. I'll
That's what I'm
I'll
saying.
cop to
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I've
I've
seen
seen
the
the
ads.
ads.
Like
the
the
ads.
yeah, like the
I don't really
digital
watch porn, though.
digital.
Yeah. No, look at Alexis.
baddies
Better
and
than
they'll-
better than the porn addicts.
Hey,
she-
I would.
Yeah.
It's not for like a trying.
Yeah. The thing that trips me out is the exponential rate of improvement with it. So it's getting faster at an increasing rate. So it's powerful, but it's going to get crazy more powerful. And I'm also curious how many people are actually using it. Like
using like you're talking about just the porn.
no. AI in
Okay.
general. AI in
Yeah,
general.
yeah.
I think a lot.
Because it could change a lot. It's like figure
Yeah.
things out technology wise. I think it's going to be a lot of good stuff coming with it.
No, I think so too. The dumb thing I don't agree with people who are like, dude, people are just gonna stop dating because they can fuck robots and
That
like AI. I'm
yeah,
like,
that's not going to
no,
happen.
because the satisfaction is like I got this person to like me.
Swooned, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody's just gonna be like, I know it's a robot.
Which
but,
that
like,
maybe that
yeah.
is the like thing that will make the robots like not able to achieve humanhood or whatever.
I don't think they can connect emotionally. Because I got really into it for like the first month. I was all in on it. I was like journaling my thoughts and feelings into it. And then it would like talk back to you and encourage you and be like, oh, you're doing great. Like,
David, this
Yeah, I know.
is sad stuff.
bro, I know. I'll tell it. I don't care.
My producer, go ahead and edit this out. What's the timestamp? This is 21.
But then after like a month of it, I was like, fuck, dude, this thing is just, come on, dude.
Yeah,
You can just
yeah.
validate everything I say.
By the way, I do that in my own brain. Like in my
Yeah.
own brain, I'll be like, no, I'm fucking.
Well, yeah.
I've had sex with hot girls before.
So much.
Who cares if they
I'm
didn't call me
good.
back?
I have value. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
I've,
yeah.
Had I've had sex before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the
Yeah,
best
so
thing.
no,
Oh,
yeah.
what were you gonna say? Sorry.
Oh, no, I was just
He's
going to
gonna
say.
start listing the women.
Well, basically, that, yeah, you know, among other things. I've transferred it back to journaling by hand. Like, it
Yeah.
got me kind of back to reading some self-help books, and then I read those, and then I was like, okay, journaling by hand, my own brain, my own valid, and that actually I enjoy way more. So,
Yeah. Well, that's a good way to
So,
clear
you
things
know.
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Do
not
you-
trying to fuck ChatGPT anymore. So.
Yeah.
That's good.
Just to be.
Was yeah, no, I think I kind of do. I'm sorry, I do want to go back to the Christian handbook thing. That was really fascinating because like
Yeah.
we were talking about we all grew up religious, just kind of
Yeah.
like in
You did
different
too.
ways.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I think I would say my dad, like, it was not like they weren't strict. I remember they tried to take me to fucking what's that shit? Fucking youth group,
Awanas.
Yeah.
dude. Wait, try to take it to what?
Awanas.
What's Moana's?
Awana is
Awana.
like
You went
it's
to
like
Awana?
yeah, it's
Me
like
too.
Christian Wednesday church.
In
It's like a-
Awana, you would get a vest and
Yeah,
they
it's
give
like
you
weird.
patches
It's
for
like
memorizing
fucking
Bible verses.
Girl Scouts or whatever, but for the
It's pretty much
Bible.
the coolest kids ever did Awana.
Oh shit, sounds like it.
Had a red vest.
No, it's not good.
No, it doesn't sound good. They tried to take me to youth group, and this dude, I remember the first time they took me. It's like we're sitting in beanbag chairs, and they're playing electric guitar, and then they just told us like not to have sex, and I was just like, "Fuck this!" Like I immediately told my dad, "I'm like, this shit's fucking lame." Because my parents never
fucking
told me not to
gay,
have sex
dude.
before marriage. They weren't like super strict on like certain things. They were just like, my dad's just like, I think Jesus is like a cool guy. That's kind of how my
Yeah.
dad.
Right.
But he loves the Bible. Like he reads it every morning at 5:30, or he just is making us think that. Maybe he has hardcore pornography in there, and he's just like by the fireplace, like just reading the Bible.
I
Yeah.
think that's awesome when like Christians are like, yeah, Jesus is like Kenny Chesney.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's my favorite type of Christianity. Is when they're like,
Yeah.
nah, he was just like chilling, wore sandals. It was like,
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, he flipped the table one time, and then people are like, Jesus was a wrathful guy. Like that was like
he's
one.
a rock star, bro.
Yeah.
Table. Yeah.
Well, I mean, and more the other way. They're like, Jesus was like aggressive. I was like, that one time he flipped the table, like,
Yeah, yeah.
and was like, hey guys, stop gambling. But it's
Yeah,
like,
really milking the table thing for.
yeah, I was like, he had one bad day. I don't know. Maybe he did other
Yeah.
things. Maybe he fucking hit a guy in the nuts one time too. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
who knows? My youth experience in the church, I had like a youth pastor. His name was Cam. Fuck.
Patterson.
Reams.
Okay.
Cam
No, but
fuck.
that'd be funny.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. I would have fucked my or
Yeah.
whatever. But anyway, this guy, very anti-sex, very like he would split up like couples that were in middle school, like making out or whatever. And
He's
then,
like more for me. the boys over
Bro.
here, the girls.
Dead
here.
ass.
Come on, kid.
I graduated high school, and that year, he got arrested for like diddling
Yeah, yeah.
the basketball team, the boys' basketball team.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It is tough too.
And I was like, bro, well,
Yeah,
I'm gonna give up.
yeah. That it is hard, like, because it's like you just like. Not only did you molest kids, which I will say is not
But you
cool.
stop them from molesting each other, which is like what they're supposed to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm like, you monster.
Yeah. There's a. It's like, I don't know. You know when you're connecting answers on like a test, where you ever do those tests where they have like the word and then the definition and you
Matching?
go matching.
Yeah, I
yeah.
do Duolingo all the time.
That's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like you draw the line from one to another.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it works. It's like, okay, how does this work? You have kids, adults.
Mm-hmm.
Kids, they can have sex with each other. Adults can have sex with each other, but you can't.
right.
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 Yeah.
And then there's like the
I'm glad we all agree on that.
Yeah.
consent age above the cross. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I say it once a day. I'm like, don't have sex with kids.
Yeah.
And I say it in the
Yeah.
mirror to myself, just so I, don't
Yeah.
Just
make a
in
mistake.
case.
Yeah, just in case I forget.
Yeah.
That's how much I hate pedophiles.
Yeah, every mirror I say, don't fuck a kid, please.
Okay.
But no, yeah, it's like not only did you bless, like you just fucked everybody who you've taught about Christianity. Like they're gonna stop believing in it now because of like what
Yeah.
you've
Right,
done.
But they don't care. They want that shit.
Yeah, I wonder if that guy in his head though too, like in his brain, he's like,
He had a daughter, which is crazy.
well, I just wonder if he's like I wonder if in his mind he's like, I'm a Christian, but I'm just a sinful, like, or if he's like, this is
Yeah.
fucking bullshit, dude. I'm just gonna fuck these kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a cult leader.
Yeah, because some people have to think they're like, no, I'm a Christian, but I make mistakes, but their mistakes are just way up here compared to
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, totally.
Or if the guy's just like completely full of shit, which I would probably guess more that
Yep.
end.
Yeah,
But
probably. I
Yeah.
don't know.
yeah. Also, diddle's such a funny word because like diddle and molest.
I was trying to like make it softer for some reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
Yeah.
It's bad.
Well, because it's
Bad topic to bring up on the pod, sorry.
like you have no idea. This isn't even like this is like the least controversial episode of Morning Good.
Nice.
Nice.
I like that I say that like this is like a
This is a rated
like a
G.
serious talk show. Like it's the most
Yeah.
controversial episode of Morning Good yet.
You
But-
don't want to miss this one.
Yeah. Dude, I did that one time and it got no likes. I did like a promo where it was like this week on Morning Good. And it was like black and white and like dramatic music playing.
That's
Yeah.
fun though.
Yeah.
I like that.
I gotta redo that. That was a funny one. But yeah, molest and diddle, I know it like could mean like horrible things, but when I hear it, I think of just like somebody with like a feather just going like
Yeah.
like I
Diddle,
think of the
yeah.
most. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Which tickling is actually, I think, the worst form of molestation. I know I've done like I know rape is
know
bad,
about that.
but like
I don't
Come
know.
on, how bad could it be?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a
That's-
violation. It's a violation
Diddle.
of trust and also like then a boundary of whatever, like touching someone.
Well, the weird thing is like, yeah.
So you
But
normally
tickle,
your friends
you do
that
tickle
you.
people. So you
No.
kind of do like you do
I mean, it starts. Yeah.
like I tickle my friends, not like often,
Yeah.
but like it's happened before.
Good touch, bad touch.
Yeah, my dad tickled me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tickle myself.
Yeah, I tickle. It's a brutal cycle. I'm gonna tickle because I was tickled. That's how it works.
Yeah.
But it is like, I don't know. It's like when you're in a relationship too. Like I would tickle my girl and shit.
Yeah,
But it's like,
she
but in
likes
some
it.
ways, somebody is saying like, stop doing this to me. It
No,
is kind of like,
stop, and they're
it is
laughing.
kind
as
of
they're saying stop,
unconsensual.
but what
It's
is this? Yeah,
weird.
tickle consent's kind of interesting.
It's
Like,
very
you're
I
confusing.
feel
saying
like
no, but you're
families that
laughing. Like, it's
tickle are
confusing.
weird. Like I grew up in a family that tickled, and I did not enjoy
Oh
it.
shit, my dad tickled me too.
Yeah, it's not good.
Damn.
Fuck.
Should we start a meeting?
Unlocked. Like a group. I'm gonna have to journal about this.
Yeah.
Really think about it.
I bet you there is somebody that would take that like aggressive stance and be like, no. You need to confront your father.
Right?
They're like,
time.
That was literally the
Dude,
next
'cause it-
words out of
it-
my mouth.
It is crazy. Like he would. I remember my dad would take my hands and pin them above my head, and like, yeah, because he could have one hand pinning both because I was a child. So then his other
Right.
hand's free to.
And you were a
tickle,
little
it's like-
pussy.
yeah. I wasn't strong enough. Yeah,
Damn,
No,
I'm sorry he took advantage of you.
yeah, dude.
yeah. Then he grabbed chains. Yeah, I know how to tickle. I know how to tickle. I've been
Dude.
tickled before. I know how tickling goes.
Studded belts.
Dude, I never watched Liar Liar as a kid, and then my mom stole the claw.
What's the claw?
Have you seen Liar Liar, Michael?
Yeah, it's been a while though.
From
Best movie
it's
ever.
like Jim Carrey, and he's like playing with his kid, and it's like the
Nothing
claw.
can stop the claw.
It's like his hand is not his
He
hand.
pretends.
Oh, okay.
Right?
It's I think I
the
remember this.
claw.
And,
And then he.
I never watched that movie as a kid, and my mom would do it, and like never told me it was from a movie. Like literally, like had
Oh,
me
and you
think
saw it.
it was like
Hack-
Santa Claus,
hack.
and then I saw it as an adult, and I was like, "You fucking."
Bitch, you lied to me. Yeah,
Thank you for saying it.
Yeah. No, I like. Yeah, that would be. I might just do that with my kids. Just like I'll do monologues from movies and make them think it's me.
It's just so wild. I don't know.
Just look at my son. I'm like, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're doing. And don't allow them to see any movies. And they're
Right.
like, you know, my
Make
dad's.
them be like Mormon or
They're-
whatever Amish.
They're raised on catchphrases.
Yeah, they're like, my dad's the smartest fucking guy, dude. He's a fucking genius.
I felt bad about myself, and he just told me this thing about like, what's that one from
Forrest
Good Will
Gump.
Hunting?
It's not your fault.
Yeah, it's not your
It's not
fault.
your fault. It's not
He
your
gave me
Will,
the "It's not your
Listen to
fault"
me.
speech.
No,
and-
I know. No, you don't.
It's not your
It's not
fault.
your fault.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, I will watch that.
Just
to
that
feel
scene.
better.
Dude, I've cried over that scene. That shit's real, bro. Those are some existential archetypal themes.
Yeah, I cry in a lot. I think I cried listening to a Metallica song the other day.
Ooh,
That's
which
interesting.
one?
Yeah, Master of Puppets. I was just like running up because the song's about like drug addiction, and I'm like, drugs have ruined so many
Master of
lives. I'm
Puppets.
going for a run, and I'm just like tearing up. I'm like, the lives that they have destroyed. While I still do drugs, but I'm
Yeah.
like, but I'm like, it's different for me.
I mean,
'cause
I'm not gonna stop.
Yeah, I don't have
Come
a
on,
problem.
I gotta cry out. Obviously, I'm doing fine.
I'm fine. I'm on
Yeah,
the fence about
nothing
doing that.
screams "I don't have a problem" like a bandana rug.
Oh yeah. This was, but Patty.
This
got
is rock and
It's
roll.
different. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was a fucking. That was probably the best concert I ever went to. I went like a couple weeks ago to see
Metallica?
Metallica.
Yeah.
Where were
Yeah.
you sitting?
I was in Tampa.
Yeah.
And-
Where in the? Were you up close to the stage, or were you?
Yeah, so I was in the pit. I wasn't in the technical
Oh, in the
snake
pit.
I was in the. So they have a GA pit,
Yeah.
which is like just general admission, but they're
Oh.
playing in the round. The
Mhm.
snake pit is like if you want to see like the technical front of the band, but they are still going around to every
Yeah.
end. Like
Yeah.
they would come up to us
Yeah.
like Limp Bizkit open, and he's like right there.
Yeah.
I did zoom in on my Instagram stories to make it look like I was closer than I was.
That's
Hell
great.
Just to be like, people.
Cool.
Hey,
Yeah.
fuck people, dude.
Yeah.
No, you
Yeah.
gotta- you
Instagram's about showing your life is better than other people.
Make your
Absolutely.
narrative.
You got to zoom in, I think, because
That's what the content
I mean, most
creators
concert
do.
vids I see are far back, and then my thought is, oh, cool, they're at a concert next. But if you got a close up on the face,
Yeah, you can see Fred Durst's.
I'd linger
goatee.
on that. I'd linger on
Yeah.
that story. I'd watch the 15 seconds.
Yeah, we went and
I skipped through them.
I watch every story.
yeah. No, people got to know that I'm doing things.
Right.
The funniest is like,
I mean, did it-
literally, what is the point of that?
Right,
What-
yeah.
like, look, I had a fun concert. What was the point of me posting
Yeah.
a 3-second video at a Metallica? There's
Yeah.
0% reason.
Yeah. Well, that's the like fucked thing of just social media in general.
I go back and
It's
forth
just so
on this.
pointless.
Yeah. Half
And then
the-
everyone gets like, upset.
Yeah.
I try to not think too much. I mean, social media, these are your friends. People always used to share photo albums amongst each other, So like I'm sharing something fun that I do. It's fine.
Yeah, and it does create conversation. Like, people are like, oh, I saw them over here. Or like, you're at the same concert. Where
Yeah.
are you? And then I'm
You
like,
stay connected that way.
yeah.
Fuck, they found me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Sorry, what was that?
Well, I think it's fun that people are like grandmas with their photo albums now.
Yeah,
But, like it's everyone.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
used to
With
take
their
like
phone.
yearbook. Like I'm a big person. Like I used to look through yearbooks all the time.
Uh-huh.
Like I like photos of people. I love looking back at photos. And you're like, that was such a good time.
Yeah.
And social media is gonna be so funny because it's like, I mean, stories are they're not pointless because I think it's helpful. It's helpful a lot. Like the amount of times I've like posted in a city and then people are like, oh, let's hang out. And then I've hung out with
Yeah,
somebody because of
Totally.
that.
And you're building an archive also, right? Because every story you have you can see it. So I love looking at
Wait. It's saved somewhere?
Yeah.
I
and
think you
your,
can
like,
look at your story
archive and shit.
archives. I know Snapchat has that. I still have Snapchat.
A
Don't
lot
care.
of the audio of my old like clips that I had are gone though. And I was like, damn, that sucks. But
Like stand-up clips?
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. And just taking photos in general. Like Apple will show you, your memories. I like that. I like seeing on this day 5 years ago, what was I doing? I'm like, oh,
It keeps doing
interesting.
my fucking ex though. It
Mm.
does it.
Oh,
It does it once
wow.
a day.
Yeah, maybe you could
You gotta
train it
delete
to not
all of
do
them
that.
but one. You gotta keep one so that you don't like, erase it.
Yeah.
But yeah, nostalgia. I'm pretty nostalgic. I don't know.
No,
about you
we're
guys.
not getting off topic. We're talking about no.
Want to talk about your ex, bro?
No, I'm fine.
I'll talk.
But no. The concert was sick. Mosh pitting was so much fun.
Fuck yes.
Moshing is great.
It's so much fun. And I got wrecked at one point. There was either break stuff or some other Limp Bizkit. Maybe been Rolling by Limp Bizkit, and they did like a wall of
Rollin',
death
rollin'.
where they go like they split and they all come together and
Oh,
like
nice.
somebody fell behind me, so I accidentally got tabletopped and I like saw my legs like in parallel.
Jesus,
Yeah,
that's a
Jesus.
vulnerable spot.
yeah, I was just horizontal for a second, but I was
Holy shit.
fine.
Yeah.
And then my cousin snuck into the pit with us because he had like GA ticket or he had like nosebleeds,
Uh-huh.
and he's like, "Fuck that shit, dude! I'm coming down to the fucking pit." And he just found the weakest. He was in the military, so he was like scoping out security. He's like, "That guy's the weakest."
That's
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, and then he just walked right behind him. It was fine,
Hell yeah.
which
Dude,
kind of changed my perspective. I'm like, I'm gonna try to sneak in more to
Yeah.
things.
Dude, have you seen the Travis Scott documentary about the Astro World thing?
I
No, I
Speaking
remember
of
that,
mosh
though.
pits, dude, did you hear about this?
Mm-mm.
Well, like fucking 10 people died
Yeah.
at his concert, which is crazy. And then it like
Oh shit.
basically the documentary is like airing out that like it could have been prevented and like the show kept going on.
Yeah.
And like it's basically like a Live Nation smear campaign.
Mm.
Because Live
damn.
Nation was like the person or whatever.
Yeah.
Um
I don't know. I always
it
think.
was crazy though. And I was like, damn, because I've like moshed and like
Yeah.
it's a very like I feel like it's a loving culture even though you're like punching and
Yeah.
whatever. Like it's very like if someone falls, you pick them up.
Yeah. Every time.
Like,
yeah.
And so it's crazy that happened. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
I love I've been to some heavy metal stuff in South Carolina or Charlotte actually. They have a thing called Carolina Rebellion. So you see like
yeah.
bands like Avenged Sevenfold and Tool or Perfect Circle was there.
Oh,
And they do
nice.
moshing and the body surfing, but like, yeah, like you said, like they were so polite down there. Like it would be going hard, and then you bump somebody a little too hard, and they'd be like, "Are you okay, bro?" And then
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
yeah, I'm good. All right, like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I just like wreck a 15-year-old. I'm like, I'm so sorry. It was an accident. Didn't mean to
Right.
stiff arm your
the
face.
politeness. I appreciate it. I was like, these guys are sick.
Yeah, no, it's always like that. And the thing is, I am probably done crowd surfing, so I've done it a couple times.
Yeah, it's the shit.
It is really
It's the
fun,
shit.
but it's like, so I did it one time at Blink 182, and I got thrown over the barricade in like a good way. I was like, oh, this is cool. Like it's the end of the concert.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm like, everybody's leaving anyway, so this is fun. Then I tried doing it at some 41 I don't just go to these concerts. Okay? I have also seen Simple Plan, but
Ooh,
But-
simple plan.
dude, I tried it when I was like fatter, and I got dropped so hard. And I'm kind of just like not risking it anymore. I'm like, dude, I could land so much on my head. I'm like, I'd have
Yeah.
to really like, you know what I would do if I was like a famous comedian? I would try crowd surfing because I'm like, okay, everybody, if you could orchestrate, like everybody, do not drop me.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Then I do. But like a concert's so hard when they don't know me because a lot of people are like,
Yeah.
who the fuck is this fucking retard? And they're like, why would I help you?
I've always felt too heavy to crowd surf, so I've never done it.
Yeah, I mean, if I did it,
I know.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
affirm
It's
you're not
it's
too.
a mental illness thing.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
Yeah.
Like I remember one time at Bonnaroo, I was on this guy's shoulders, and that was maybe the happiest moment of my life.
aw, that's nice. One time I had sex with a girl while wearing Pit Viper sunglasses. That was the happiest moment of my life.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That is a good one. What's the happiest moment of your life?
Oh, God. Well,
Talking to ChatGPT.
when it told you you're not a loser.
Yeah, yeah, that's up there. happiest moment of my life, dude. I don't know.
You got one answer, and it's this podcast.
What,
right
Yeah.
This
now.
podcast.
You gotta let the people know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have one right now.
It's coming up.
You're gonna
It's-
kill yourself out of this episode.
Yeah, what's
I
going
might.
on?
Now that I looked at
might.
the data, I'm never happy.
No, I'm happy. I feel like I'm pretty happy most times.
You appear like a happy guy. Do you think
I
you're a happy
know. I know. That's the darkness to my fucking,
guy?
yeah. I don't know. Happiest moment of my life. I don't know if I can say this.
Yeah.
I can say this.
Okay,
We're
this
pretty
is-
far in.
this
If people get to this
Yo,
point.
it's just us
Okay,
two.
I got
Yeah.
one. My happiest moment of my life is when I found out my brother knocked up his girlfriend.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Because you were
That's
like, I'm
sweet.
gonna be an uncle.
No, because my logic was like, I've been the black sheep as the comedian in the Christian family, and I was
Yeah.
like, bro, I'm
So funny.
up. My stock is so up, dude. My
You're
stock
so
is so
good.
up. And they know, and we're all gonna be supportive. But like,
Yeah, that's so fucking funny.
That's
and,
great.
and I wish them the best. And knocked up, I shouldn't even use that word. She's with child, and
She is with
they're
child, and
going
she is the
to,
mother
Yeah, I'm sure they
Saint Mary.
plan to do that.
When he told me, I couldn't help but laugh and just think, like, life doesn't happen how you expect it, and
Yeah.
That's so
but I was
funny
like,
answer.
I was like, dude, yeah,
It's
mom
a-
and dad stand up's not so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also too. For me, I don't get how it happened. Like, okay, I get how it happens. You jizz inside somebody you're not supposed
Right.
to.
Yeah.
But I think it's like,
when you're not supposed to.
right. Yeah. I'm just so scared of getting somebody. Like, I never raw dog. Like, I've raw dogged
Very
a
good.
few times. Like when I was in a
Um,
relationship, yeah, on birth control, yeah. But I wouldn't even.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even come inside somebody if on birth control with. And then I came
Yeah.
inside one woman without a condom, and it was a first date. And she's like, I was like, can you show me your birth control? And I was like, I looked at it. And then, yeah. You know,
That's legit.
you know what is funny
Yeah.
though? She never got back to me.
Oh,
As far as
interesting.
we know.
Yeah, I'm like, am I a father? Also, like,
Yeah.
I don't want to go out with this PI.
yeah. Also, I wonder if she's like that fucking pussy. You can't even come
Yeah.
inside me without looking at my birth control.
Yeah.
But it's like for me, I'm like, it's like that's how you make babies, and so many people like act
Yeah.
like that's not how you make babies. They just
Totally.
come inside people all the time. And they're like, "What's gonna happen? A baby come out?" You're like, "Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
built for."
They're very
Yeah.
trusting. Like, yeah, I assume the girl is on birth control. I assume.
I'm not,
Yeah.
and I'd be fucking.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, I'm not a
But
big.
I am smart, so
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a condom fan at all. I use them. Hey, what? Shut.
breaking news: guy doesn't like condoms.
Hey. Okay, I just, I mean, I get kind of in my head about sex sometimes, and I'm like, dude, and another step, another thing that
Yeah.
could make this thing not go.
Well, I'm like, dude, the ultra thing.
Shut up.
The stakes are high.
yeah.
Sorry.
I think I'm the only guy that like, dude, I got no issue with them. Like, I will say, like, I was in a relationship for a while, so like didn't use them, and then
Yep.
then I got out of one. I was really scared. I was like, oh gosh, it's gonna go back, and like I think
Yeah.
my sensitivity just adjusted. So now I check because I'm like, it feels like the condom's not on every time. That I'm like, oh, is
Yeah.
this on or not on?
Wow.
Yeah, but I think
Got
that's
a good
just
Sick.
brand. Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
think
pretty nice.
yeah. It's like I'm like, but it's like the Trojan Ultra Raw thin ones, like ones that like.
Okay.
But they also break the most.
Sponsored.
Noted.
Yes, sponsor. But you guys also break a
called-
lot. So
It's called Trojan Ultra Raw.
So send us extra.
ultra thin raw. Yeah,
Ultra-
definitely
ultra-
sponsor
ultra,
me.
Ultra Raw. Ultra thin raw. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I don't know. It's like I'll have sex with those and I'll feel it. I'm like, is this? I keep freaking out that it's off. So I'll like touch my penis and be like, okay, it's still on.
Yeah.
I don't like when a condom sounds like a cigarette. Ultra thin
Ultra
raw.
thin raw.
Did you ever get it in your own?
The condoms are thin, by the way. The penis is. It's not like the material is thin. It's not for thin penises. I don't have a pencil dick. Okay.
Did you ever get in your own head about your first interaction with a new partner?
No, I'm just like I'm a hero. Of course.
Oh, jeez.
I'm kidding.
No.
Of
Yeah.
course. Okay, good. Okay, good. I was like, oh fuck.
Dude, I
Lizzie.
take boner
Oh,
pills
shit.
like 90% of
You
the time I have
do?
sex. Yes.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, because I was talking. I won't name who told me this, but there was a guy. I was talking about a girl. I was kind of nervous to,
Bone.
because it was looking like this was maybe gonna happen. And he's like, dude, just take a Cialis. I was like, what? Are guys doing this? And he was like,
Every
yeah,
guy's
dude.
doing it.
Everybody, dude. I'm the only one who's been trying to
Everybody.
like not cork the like, dude.
Dude, one of my friends recently, he paid to fuck a hooker $2,000 and he couldn't get his dick hard. Sorry,
Yeah.
to fuck two hookers. He paid $2,000.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But I'm like, dude, like, you invest that much, you should take a dick pill.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I have no
I
idea
could
what the
s-
side effects are, and I do not care.
Yeah, yeah.
And I will
I
never
could-
learn them.
I could
Yeah,
see the
I'm sure it's fine.
I could see the hooker situation because if you're not emotionally invested, you're just like, okay, I could see it fucking with your head.
You're such a sweetheart. He's like,
dude,
if
I'm
I'm
so
not emotionally invested, I can't
Yeah.
get
Wait,
hard.
yeah, I'm like, oh,
can you tell
God.
us about your night last night?
What night? Oh yes. I went
Let's
to
hear
a gentleman's club, a
Yeah.
strip club, if you will, with my friend Dean, and yeah, it was really fun.
Which one did you guys go to?
Oh God, I can fuck.
Was it Midtown? What part?
It was in Midtown. If you bear with me, I have the poster here.
Sapphires, flash dancers.
It's Rick's.
That's amazing.
Rick's Cabaret.
Was Brittany working? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, but there was Essence says hi though.
Okay,
And,
thank you. Friend of the show.
Friend
Yes.
of the show. Yeah. So we sat down there and we got some lap dances. We were both convinced they were in love with us. Of
course, every time, man.
I didn't know the etiquette on because you pay for the dance, and this woman was dancing with her tits, and I was
Can
like,
you explain how you talk about
can you-
getting the dance?
how you talk about getting the dance?
Yeah, like I don't.
Well,
do
we-
they come
we're-
up to you or do
so
you
we're-
like,
we're
just
sitting in
look until
chairs.
they-
Like swivel chairs on the floor. They're all walking around, and they kind of come by and say, "Hey, baby, how you doing?" And then they say, "You want to dance?" And then they all want to dance. And then they all start asking you repeatedly.
Yeah.
You got to start telling
The
them
really
no.
bad ones, yeah, that's normally they come up to you and you got to be like, I don't have any money, or like,
Yeah.
I would love to, or like, I like doing two at once. I'm normally like,
Dude, you
just feel-
fucking yes.
you just feel
That
cool.
is
You're
you,
like,
bro.
yeah.
It's fucking baller, dude.
Yeah.
I respect it.
thank you.
Yeah.
But sometimes I've been to a really, by the way, Pumps. You're fucking called out right now. Pumps in Brooklyn. You go fuck yourself. Pumps in Brooklyn.
Get fucked.
Yeah, I went into
Yeah.
Pumps and it felt like a regular bar. I was like walking around. I was like, no women are talk. I'm like, I don't think I'm that hideous. And it was just like, that was the
Oh,
one.
no women were approaching you?
No.
No, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it was, but like nobody was approaching it. Like there was one of those, I had to look around to be like, is that a stripper? Okay, that looks like a
Yeah.
stripper. Because there's some like regular women in there too. And I was like,
Yeah.
is that, okay, that's a stripper.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know the etiquette about touching, when they give you lap dance, about touching the tits, And
Yeah.
so I asked
Her
and she-
tits.
and
You could say her tits.
her tits, the woman's tits, the beautiful,
Yeah.
respectful.
This bitch's
artist,
titties.
performing artist. They're doing
Yeah.
Wow,
And she
great
said-
job, David.
And she said, "Oh yes, you can. Thanks for asking. If you want to tip me, if you do that, I appreciate it."
Tip
And
me?
I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, you want to tip me?
I
Yeah.
was like, "Okay." And then she like came up like from my knees, like, and her tits were, and then I made her. She cracked. She started laughing. Cause
That's nice.
Yeah, because she said I looked so excited to see her tits, and she couldn't.
Oh,
keep it
there we
straight.
go. Yeah.
I was like, "What are we doing?" I feel like
She's
I'm
like,
5
"What are
years-
you, a
I feel like
virgin?"
I was like 5 years old getting this lap dance, but
That was me.
Yeah,
I
it
went to a
was-
strip club one time, and I've never had strippers be like, "Are you okay?" Like they were like,
Yeah.
they're like, "Are you look really shy nervous?" And I'm like, "No, I'm like a cool guy."
No,
I'm like,
sick.
yeah, I hang out at these
Well-
places all the time, dude. I'm like a rapper.
I try to be playful and fun because I'm like, dude, I can't be actually horny when I'm doing this. I'd be like, yeah, like fuck yeah, like I can't do that, right? That's got to be.
Yeah, I don't think that's allowed, right?
No, I think the rule is like,
yeah,
it's
I
more
don't
like
know.
fun. Like you got to be
Yeah,
like,
it's gotta be fun.
like hands kind of in the air, you know,
Yeah.
not in your
Like
lap.
a roller coaster.
Yeah, no.
Yes, exactly. That's a great way to put it. Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, woo, yeah,
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Pull the bar down,
Yeah,
and then no more.
yeah,
Yeah.
No more hand
We're
stuff.
putting these girls through college, dude. This
Yeah.
is all good.
I only
It's like-
went to the strip club once, and it was in South Carolina, so it was trashy.
Was that the
Yeah.
night I was there? Was that
And
the night we all
with
went?
all respect, ladies, and what?
Was that the night we all went
It was
as comics?
no, it was before. Well, it was in Columbia. It was
Okay, no,
before I
wasn't
started
there.
comedy.
Damn it.
But I went with this guy, two guys, and I only knew them from going out in bars or whatever. And we went there. This dude got money. We're like hanging out, and then we go into the back room to like, I don't know, get our dick sucked or whatever. And the money is like out, and she's like, I think she's like kissing both of us, whatever. And he's like,
Are you
sitting-
bi?
I like tried to be,
Okay.
but I've
Kinda
realized
bi.
I'm pretty straight.
Yeah.
Like 30% by.
And so this guy's just sitting there, and I like take the money and I try to like give all of it to her.
Yeah.
And he like catches me, and then like doesn't get mad, like doesn't like freak out, but he's like, fuck that.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
takes it back from her. And then I'm like, I want to go. Like I just wanted to like pay the stripper in like one lump sum.
Yeah.
And that's I think that's the true evidence that I'm not gay, because I'm like trying to get it over
Oh
with,
yeah, you're
you
not.
know?
Yeah. Yeah, you're not
So-
like no, $1 at a time.
Right, yeah. I don't know, but it was interesting. I never went back.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things where like there's it's not a people are like strip clubs are terrible places with sex trafficking. Some
Yeah, I'm sure.
some of them are like, you know, like my favorite kind of stripper. I apologize, listeners. You've heard this so many times.
So many times.
It's just called that.
You've heard. It's like I don't like the Russian ones. Freak me out.
That's a good compilation.
Yeah, Michael's favorite because like the Russian ones, I'm like I don't know how you got here. Like what's going on? It's a little dicey. I don't love foreign accents. I'm kind of a little bit of a nationalist when it comes to strippers.
That's great.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm just like, I want to make sure they're not sex trafficked. So American only. But
Made in the USA, baby.
but
This
it's like,
feels like if Trump had a thing about hookers.
yeah. It's like, we got the best
Making
ones.
strip clubs great again. Yeah.
But it's like the best one is like you're like talking to the stripper and you're like, okay, this was somebody who was like midway through filling out like an Arby's application, and then they're like, what am I doing? I'm just gonna go show my tits for cash. They're like,
Yeah.
this is gonna be
Dude,
better.
that's a great point. I mean, compare
Yeah.
working at Arby's to a strip club. Way more fun.
right. Yeah.
My friend was a stripper for a while, but it's a hard
I
lifestyle.
mean, either
Oh, for
way, you're
sure.
checking
Yeah.
your ego, either of those jobs. So, like,
and also, you got to think about the creepy men, because it's
And you
like
gotta
you
think
guys
about-
are fine.
think about
you're
how-
fucking,
Thank you.
You're young studs. You know what I mean?
Clip
Like,
that, by the way. Clip that, by the way.
Very
Right?
young. Clip it.
But like, think about
When the
like-
allegations come out, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
This will be a
We'll enter
trial.
this into Exhibit A.
Yeah, think about like a fucking like 65-year-old guy that's like has missing teeth and like 3 ex-wives, and they come in every week
And you can't
dealing
be like,
with that guy
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
fucking day.
You
or
do
whatever.
notice that. You feel for the men in there. I mean, yeah, they're lonely,
No, I'm not.
She was the other way.
I'm saying the
She
complete
was saying the opposite.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
He said, this poor dude.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
so
fuck,
funny.
Oh, yeah. Fuck them. Fuck them. They're bad. I feel bad for him. I'm like, bro, it's going to be me. And,
I guess you can feel bad
30
for
years.
both of them, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that girl, she can't like be like, okay, not you. Like she has to be
Right.
like, yep, okay.
Yeah.
There's no refusal of service or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm sure there is at a certain level, but
Yeah, that's got to
Yeah.
be. You'd be really funny. There was a strip club and it was like a nightclub where they're like, only the cutest boys can go. And they're like,
Yeah.
sir,
Yeah.
do you guys have to go now? It's 50 minutes.
We got a little time.
yeah, we have some time.
Okay.
Yeah, we got like 20 minutes before we got to go.
Okay. I had one more thing to say about strip. I mean, I have thousands of things to say
Yeah,
about
Yeah.
strip clubs
sure.
and
We
strippers.
could go on and on about.
Dean and I wanted to take our shirts off last night. We're like, I think they let us. I don't know. Because I got a massage. I paid for a massage. They had that going on.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
That's
But she was like
interesting.
going for the massage through the shirt. And I was like, this isn't, But they don't let the guests take their shirts off.
Yeah.
asked?
What's that?
You asked?
I asked. I was like, can I take my shirt off? And she's like, no.
Yeah. I mean, the most fun is when you get.
Shut up. Go. Sorry.
The most fun way to do is when you get like to go strippers to go like
Oh,
What's
they
that?
have that?
yeah where you order them somewhere.
Dude,
And-
if you have another party, consider. I'd ship
oh,
them.
every time I have a party, consider. I am so. By the way, I am so.
You guys just need to have like cooler women friends. They'll
It's
take
not-
their shirts
Alexis,
off.
It's not-
would you? I'm just kidding.
No, I'm kidding.
I can't.
Sorry.
It's not quite the same. There's the special.
That was really
about-
misogynistic, and I don't want to.
Yeah,
that
it's
out there.
fine. But
Leave it in.
yeah, I'll leave it in. If the condom's on, leave it in. Don't. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. Do not get somebody pregnant. No, well, it's fun because it's like the rules are like you're partying with the strippers. And by the way, I am like, there are so many times I'm like, I could maybe afford to get strippers, and it's not like I'm so financially. It's so weird. I will go from like I donate plasma and get grocery money, and then being like, you know what I should do? I should join the Mutual UFO Network so I could get a funny badge.
Right, yeah.
I almost did that the other day. I didn't almost do it, but I'm like, should I save up for this?
Yeah.
Just because like it'd be very funny in my wallet.
Yeah.
It's like I'd be a technical UFO researcher, and I would have an ID card with my face.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick, actually.
And if I died, it'd be so fucking funny. People look at that, they're like, what the fuck?
Wait, what was going on?
You
at
get
the
hit
end
by
there?
a bus, and they're like, this guy knew the truth about UFOs.
Yeah. Official field researcher.
He was
yeah.
abducted. Yeah, I don't know.
So
Yeah.
good. I have no skills when it comes to money. I've been poor my whole life.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's no change imminent.
Well, that kind of makes sense because it's like, I feel like financial responsibility can be like taught. So like rich people can teach their kids how to be. Because like my parents are rich, but I not. I'm financially responsible, but
Yeah.
in some ways, you know what it is. I think that like
My mom's just a bitch.
your
No.
mom is.
No, I'm kidding.
You
I
should
make
not
poor
gonna hear this.
choices.
Yeah. I make like certain really poor choices and then certain really good. Like with food, I'll eat basically dog food to save
Yeah.
money. I
Yeah.
have no problem eating like just whatever. I just cook chicken stuff like that. But then there's like if I'm in like a gas station and they got like a cool hat, I'm like, well, I can buy this.
Yeah.
This is, when else am I going to be in Tucson? This is a
Yeah.
hilarious hat.
What else am I
Right.
going to be in Tucson, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, I treat myself with the food there.
Well, because you're sober, so you probably save so much money.
Sober, yeah, very good with money. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, dude, that's my biggest budget item. I think is DoorDash.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude, it's amazing. You know.
Yeah, because
All
I wonder
hours,
if I didn't drink,
$100 on DoorDash,
where
yeah.
my money would go. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I mean, it's idiotic. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a fortune, but
I just spent 9 weeks not drinking, and I kind of just saved a bunch of money and didn't really put it anywhere
yeah.
crazy. So
Mhm.
Yeah. It happens. But you have to save up because someone's got to buy condoms or something.
this is true.
Yeah,
One
I think
person-
that condom budget. You know.
Yeah, apparently there's those dudes. Women say that are like just show up to a day without condom. And they're like, I guess we're not going to use
Sorry, I
it.
didn't have.
Yeah. It's like that's crazy.
No, that's wild.
I'd consider doing that.
Well, because
Not anymore. I've grown. But a
Yeah.
few years ago,
But it's also like-
whoops.
like in my
nice
mind,
caveat.
yeah, the better move would be to be like, oh, I don't have any condoms in here. Because like, and then by the way, neither of this is good moves. But I'm saying like, because then she could
Just in case you're going to try this at home, okay?
Yeah.
We're not like.
eventually have a condom in a hidden pocket and say, I didn't see this here. Because
Yeah.
the chances she's just like, no, I'm not gonna have sex with a condom are pretty high. So it's like
Then the chances of it going yes are higher. Is this
if you
the
have
logic?
a condom. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a guy.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
you could have it and
You
not
get it.
use it.
Yeah, I get it.
Like, okay.
Oh, dude, I bring him to the airport. I'm like, what do I think is
Bring
gonna
us
happen?
To the airport, bro. I love that optimism, dude. I feel the same. I want to meet somebody at the airport.
Dude, totally.
But you're going to fuck at the
Life's a
airport.
movie, bro. Well,
Yeah.
I never brought the condom, but I like more have my AirPods in and listen to the soundtrack and like,
Oh,
romantic
yeah.
comedy kind of vibe. And I'm like, dude, I could tell you.
Dude, I got drunk at the airport a couple weeks ago, and I was like cruising. It was bad because I was like,
You were cruising for pussy at the
Basically,
airport bar?
yeah.
That's so
Bro,
funny.
yes.
basically. Well, and this was
I
such a.
forgot people said
Say you
that.
were an off-duty-
I didn't know a good word, but yeah.
So you're an
I think
off-duty
cruising is
pilot.
more for gay sex normally. but-
Cruising's great because it's the pilot,
Yeah.
cruising.
I was
out-
not. I mean, I
what
was
that?
drunk cruising.
Cruising altitude at the bar.
Yeah. Well, I was like, it was so funny too because this is like such a metaphor for my career because I was like writing jokes, and I was like, let me drink a little bit and kind of open.
You need some pussy
Dude,
with the
honestly-
jokes and
Yeah.
side of pussy.
Well, and then I closed my laptop to go sit at the bar because I saw a hot girl there. I'm like, this is exactly what's happening with I'm like leaving my art to try to get laid.
Bro, I
Right.
think that not even leaving your art. I think when your brain is creative and writing, that is when you're at your most attractive state of like getting pussy. I think.
Interesting.
Yeah, if you have a joke idea, I don't know if you feel that way. If I have a joke, I feel like on top of the world. I'm like, dude, yes.
Yeah.
There's a hot girl right there.
And
I
then
should
she's
talk
like,
to her. I
oh,
should
what are you
talk to her right
writing? It's
now.
like dick fart cum.
He's gay.
Yeah.
Just open with the bit you were writing. Like, hey, so
Yeah. Hey, do you think like orphans?
Have you ever been on a plane?
yeah, yeah, you're like,
I did. Yeah, one time I met a girl on a plane, and this is when I was drunk too, and I thought we had a great conversation. Got her phone number, but then I think my Instagram detracts. What detracts? It's the opposite of push away, right? That means push away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my Instagram detracts like a bunch, but I'm also like, well, At some
This
point,
is
you're,
me. This
yeah,
is
yeah. So I kind of don't care, but it's like
on some Demi Lovato.
Wait.
shit.
You're saying once she looked at your Instagram, it takes away from your attractiveness level?
totally, yeah.
What?
Dude, it's me like shooting a bottle rocket out of my ass. It's me like.
Oh, it's the real you.
It's also podcasting me, so like half the clips are like me with like this.
Fortunes, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's attractive. I mean, I'm curious about Alexa's opinion, but like, because I feel the same thing. I mean, I got a bunch of old podcast clips. I haven't done mine in a minute, but like, I think about that. But it's like you can't be ashamed of it. I can't.
No.
Yeah.
I am. I fuck with you though.
I've gotten
but, like,
DMs from like people being like, "Oh, you're cute," from just like
from the podcast.
Yeah.
Do
I
you think
think-
it's cringy if you met
No,
a guy on a
I
plane
mean
and
all
you
of
had
it's
that?
just like up to whoever's looking at it. So I feel like it's pointless to like. I don't put a lot of energy towards whatever.
Yeah.
I want it to be good in like the sense of like when people look at it, they're like, oh yes, like they smile. That's like how I try to think. of it.
yeah.
I think. Yeah.
The last thing I want to do is like use my Instagram to look attractive. I'm like, it's so
Yeah,
like,
right.
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Here I am.
yeah. So I'm
Here's
like,
the bottle rocket.
exactly. So I'm
Fuck
like, whatever's
yeah.
the funniest is what I'm gonna put out there.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
choose to think the right woman would fuck with it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What's she gonna do? Judge it? Who cares?
And it's what was her name? The stripper?
Oh, they're talking about the woman on the airplane. I'm like,
Essence.
Essence. It was Essence.
Essence would fuck
Yeah.
with it.
She's gonna DM you.
hopefully, that's your stripper friend or who is this?
I don't know.
I actually lied. That wasn't the stripper's name. That was the server's name who was at the strip club from our old show we used to do at Toodles in French. Essence. Saw her last night. It was industry night at the strip.
Oh, there we go.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Where somebody said, "Wait, industry night? Is that like the bringer version of strip clubs?" Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's the industry room. Bring your friends.
Well, you know how some of those work. You can some strippers walk in and they pay. They pay like a cover to the club. Like I didn't know random girls can just walk in. Like you could like walk into a strip club in New York, and be like, "Hey, I want to work tonight." And
Yeah,
they'd be like, "All right, well, like
There's one down the street from me.
yeah.
here's an idea.
Hey.
Just know it's
Yeah.
that close. Just
Yeah.
know it's that close to being a decision you can make."
That's nice.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
comforting.
It's right there.
I got options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are at an hour now though. So what do you
Okay.
guys want to
Yeah.
promote? Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, of course. I have a show at QED on the 25th. You should come to it.
Yeah. So this will come out Sunday. So yeah, go to that show in Astoria.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Follow my Instagram. I post where I do stand up. So really right now all I have is come watch me do stand up, and I'm working better at self promotion. So yes, I mean that.
Yeah.
These are strong outros.
Watch. I'm not ashamed of what I say on stage, despite my
I love
parents.
myself.
I love myself, and I think
Just some
I
affirmations
think,
at the end.
I think I'm kind of funny, and you should come watch me. And I'm actually
And shout out to David's dad.
Shout out to my
Shout out
dad.
David's
I
dad,
do
yeah.
have a podcast that has archived episodes. I'm thinking about doing it again. So
You should.
Yeah.
What's it called?
I did this instead of killing myself.
It's a good name.
Well, how does the algorithm allow that?
It doesn't do well. Michael.
Yeah.
It doesn't do well. All right, it's got a cult following, but yeah, dude, thanks for having us,
Thanks.
bro.
Dude,
Seriously,
yeah.
and also before we go, congrats on, dude. You look fucking amazing. I should have said this at the beginning.
Oh, thank you.
You're
Yeah.
ripped, bro.
I've
You-
said this
you-
to you in person before. So.
Thank you.
Right, shredded, dude. You look, yeah.
Thank you. Audio
We're all
listeners.
gonna
Not to,
fuck
like,
after
not to-
this.
not to-
yeah. This is gonna be a
Not to be a sycophant or whatever, but
Thank
seriously,
you.
look great.
Yeah, for the audio listeners, go ahead and just look at my body on YouTube. Go to YouTube if you want to get a nice tug. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, guys.